Hello and welcome to Michael Smith Gymnasium on Wheeler Court as the Centralia College Trailblazers take on the Tacoma Community College Titans. Tacoma comes into this game with the overall record of 4-14 and they're 0-3 in league. Their streak is they have lost their last 6 games, so they're looking to snap that tonight here on Wheeler Court. Centralia comes into this game with a record of 12-6, and in league they are 2-1, and they did lose their last game. Centralia's last 2 games were against LCC, Lower Columbia College, and South Puget Sound Community College. They beat Lower Columbia College by a score of 66-49 and lost to South Puget Sound 90-74. Tacoma played Highline and lost 78-69 in overtime, and Green River they lost 72-57. Some key players to watch today is the Kingman players here. There's actually 2 people on this roster with the last name of Kingdom, so that is going to be something to keep your eye on. We're going to go down to Jerry Owens as he gives us the starting lineups.
Introducing the starting lineup for the Titans. At guard, a 5'11" freshman, number 4, Devin Traps. A 6'2" freshman at guard, number 5, PJ Talon. Forward, a 6'5" freshman, 23, Geo Walker. Number 12, Cameron Collins. And number 24, Amir Ajay Safari. And the Titans, TJ Cahill and Jay McLaughlin, the coaches. And the starting lineup for the Trailblazers. A 6'3" sophomore, 0, LeBrandon Price. 6'2" sophomore, 1, Jason Clark. 5'10" sophomore, number 2, Deontay Dixon. 6'8" sophomore, 32, Donovan Iman. And a 6'4" freshman of Centralia, 34, Tyler Ashmore. And the Trailblazers, Mr. Jason Moyer, Mr. Jonathan McMillan.
All right, thank you for that, Jerry. So it looks like Centralia is going with a different starting lineup than usual. Starting LeBrandon Price, Jackson Clark, Dante Dixon. Oh, actually not Dante Dixon. They're going to start Donovan Iman and Tyler Ashmore. Those are some players that we don't usually see on the court to start the game. But it's going to be great to see these guys really come out here and perform their best.
And we're ready for the opening jump ball.
All right, and we're going to go on the way as the tip-off is going to go here. We have Donovan Iman jumping for Centralia, and I can't quite see what number is jumping for Tacoma.
Looks like a 24.
And Donovan Iman gets that because of his long arms, and he gets it back to, oh yeah, it was Dante Dixon. Okay, I was right. I was just double checking. Got a little bit confused there. All right, as he goes through, gets it to Iman. Iman gets it off the glass with a nice bucket there. As Talon brings it up the court. Looking around. Centralia playing its normal full court man-to-man. As 23 gets that rebound, kicks it out to Collins. Collins hits that 3. And Price will get it in to Clark as Clark brings it up the court. Clark being guarded by Talon. Gets it to Price. Price takes it in, decides he doesn't want to take that shot, kicks it out to Dixon. Dixon takes it right and dishes it to Iman as they get that jump ball call. That was Walker and Iman who ended up getting that jump ball together. Collins will throw the ball into Talon. Tosses it over his head. Picks up his dribble, gets it to the middle of the court. Ends up getting tipped by Clark as Clark steals that ball away. Clark brings it up the court, decides to take Talon inside. Tries to pass it to Iman, ends up going all the way past him to Price as Price has the ball. And goes a spin move, does a nice little fadeaway J as he hits that 7-foot jumper. All right, Walker has the ball now, kicks it across to Talon. Talon getting his guys in order. Goes right. Kicks it across to number 4. Back across to Walker. Inside. And he hits a nice little That's a little, never mind, that's a long 2 right there. Might as well step back another foot and shot that 3.
Yeah, that was right on the line.
Dixon has the ball in the right corner now. Drives inside, decides to take it the whole way. Iman gets that tip, gets the own rebound again, kicks it out to Clark. As Clark throws it across to Price. Price takes a 3 and hits that.
Wow.
And we have ourselves a timeout here.
Already. Well, something to note, Tacoma has 16 people on their roster, which is slightly above average, I believe, and all of them but one are freshmen. So they're coming in with a lot of new faces this year.
And something's also strange that you don't usually see with community colleges. They have 5 players recruited out of Tacoma City itself.
Wow.
So in regards to Centralia, they have 1 native. Tyler Ashmore is the only native for Centralia College playing here with Centralia. Oh, there is quite a difference in size and number of schools in an area.
Definitely.
He throws it into Walker. Walker turns as Talon comes up to help him. Gets it across to Talon. Talon goes left, kicks it across number 4. Back to Collins. Collins gets it inside to Walker. Ends up getting tipped by Iman. And Price brings the ball up the court now. Price takes it and picks it up before it can get completely tipped as Dixon has the ball. Gets it to the right corner with Price. Looks like that foul is going to be on Collins. Too much hands on that one. And Dixon's going to throw the ball in. They get it into Iman. Now Iman throws it to Dixon in the left wing. Ashmore posts up. Dixon decides to take his own 3. As Iman tips it out to his own team, but doesn't quite get it. As Trapp takes it up the court, does a nice left-handed lane. Oh, off the side of the backboard. It looked nice until it left his hand. I didn't realize he was so far to the left of the hoop.
It was a good effort still. Came in charging with it.
Walker has the ball at the top, goes right to Talon. Goes inside, almost inside, as he catches that ball right at the 3-point line. Gets a nice screen. Talon goes right to Trapp. Trapp goes behind the back pass to Walker in the corner. Walker throws it inside to Talon, and Talon does a nice touch finish for a lane on the left side of the basket.
That was a good play. Well conceived.
Clark gives it to Ashmore. Ashmore takes it in, decides he wants his own little jumper. Ashmore actually has the highest, one of the highest field goal percentage, which means he makes almost over 50% of the shots he takes. He makes 54.9% of every shot he takes. So you can expect to see Ashmore, when he shoots, for it to go in. Talon has the ball at the top, being guarded by Clark. Clark trying to put some pressure on him. Talon goes left to Collins in the left wing. Gets a screen, ends up going right to Trapp. Trapp takes it and kicks it out to Talon on the right wing. Gets it to the top to Collins. Collins takes a 3, and it's off to the left as that shot clock forced that shot. Price brings up the court quickly, kicks it left to Ashmore. Ashmore all the way to the left corner as he gets it in the, oh man, that was close. Iman is just so tall. I couldn't tell if it hit his hand or hit the backboard.
Looked like both to me.
As Talon brings it in, and Ashmore ends up getting that steal, kicks it ahead, attempts to get it ahead to Clark as Collins breaks that pass up and ends up getting the ball going out of bounds. Here comes Nathan Hoff into the game for Clark, as well as Murphy is in for Iman. Murphy inbounds to Dixon. Gives it back to the left wing with Murphy. Murphy takes it right, decides he wants to go all the way in, can't quite get it. He had a big body hovering over him. That had to have changed his shot. As Price comes down the right lane and knocks that ball away. That's exactly what you're supposed to do on defense.
He was on his horse.
That was also a tough angle to shoot a lay-in like that.
Yeah, definitely.
They get inbound to Walker. Walker goes left to Collins. Collins goes back right wing to Talon. All the way back to left to Trapp in the left wing. Trapp tries to get it inside to their big, who ends up, he's having some issues getting the ball inside. He always ends up outside the 3-point line or really close. And that's just a miscommunication there between Collins and Talon.
Yep, right to the Centralia coach.
And in comes number 11, Murr, and number 22, Kingman.
Again, to notice they have a lot of depth on the Tacoma bench over there. 16 players total.
An interesting thing to note is that Kingman is actually one of the league leaders in points scored per game, notching 17.3, and he didn't start this game. So you got to wonder if there was an extended circumstance that made that happen. Because it's not very often you don't start the person who scores the most points on your team.
Yeah, it's true.
Just letting you guys know that Murr and Kingman checked in for Collins and Trapp.
Walker gets that rebound, puts it back up, can't quite get in the hoop as Dixon pulls it down. And of course, they're going to go with a quick transition bucket as Centralia has the speed to do so. Kick it back to Dixon in the corner. Dixon changes his shot.
Oh, man, and it just ended up into an errant pass. It got intercepted.
Not quite sure about Dixon's decision-making there. Talon has it at the top, and it ends up being an over and back called on Murr.
Another errant pass that managed to reach the sidelines.
Dixon inbounds to Murphy. And back to Dixon. That was a strange exchange. And now Dixon's getting a screen from Ashmore. Ashmore decides to do a pick and pop, and Dixon takes it the whole way. They call it out of bounds on Dixon. As Walker helps up Dixon. That's some nice sportsmanship right there.
Very nice.
Walker inbounds it to Talon as Dixon, of course, is up there putting the pressure on. That screen doesn't do much as he gets it to Murr, who ends up trying to throw it inside to, oh my goodness, his last name. Halasafar? Is that how you say it?
Which one are we looking at?
He's not on the roster. It's just on the back of his jersey. So Talon's going to throw the ball and gets it to Halasafar, who gets it inside to Walker, who has a one-on-one with Hoff. That's a mismatch you want to take care of if you're Tacoma. Nathan Hoff guarding a post player is going to be an advantage every time, especially with the Walker's quickness. Prangley has the ball. It takes it in for a nice land. Prangley actually comes in at number 47 for field goal percentage, again making 51.4% of his shots. So Ashmore and Prangley and Gilson, who hasn't come in the game yet, but those three have extremely high chances of making shots so far this season. Kingman gets across to Murr. Murr goes left to Talon, to the left wing. Talon looks inside, gets it into Walker. Walker kicks it back out to Halasafar, who skips it across.
Wow.
In a nice, long, lazy skip. He needs some more oomph on that ball if he's going to try and get that all the way to Kingman. And they leave Murphy unguarded, and Murphy gets his own rebound, but has it out of bounds on Murphy. Now Kelly comes in for Talon, and so does Parcher. Not sure if that's pronounced Parker with a CH or Parcher.
We're just making it work as we go.
Kingman does a nice job avoiding Murphy's quick hands as Kelly has the ball. Kelly looks inside to Walker. Gets it to Murr. Murr ends up going the opposite way of the screen, which can work sometimes. Kelly has some quick feet there. Ends up getting blocked by both Prangley and Hoff. And Tacoma's going to retain possession.
Very nice hands on that defense.
Yeah.
Kelly's going to throw the ball in, gets it inside to Kingman. Kingman puts it up and ends up missing as Kelly attempts to get that rebound, but doesn't quite finish. As Murphy is pushing it up the field, up the court again. Both these teams do go to their bench a lot, so you can expect high-paced, fast play the entire game. As Price hits a nice 17-foot jumper. Kingman gets the ball on the left side of the court, or the right side of the court. Bringing it up against Dixon, which is a brave move because Dixon's got some quick hands, as you can see right there.
Yeah, between Dixon, Hoff, and Murphy, they are just so quick.
Dixon guarding Kelly, as Kingman doesn't quite know where to go with the ball. Ends up getting inside to number 10. As Kingman brings it in, kicks it out to Murr, goes right to Kelly, back to Murr on the left, gets it inside to Parcher, gets it outside to Kelly again. There is 7 seconds left on that shot clock. they're going to have to settle for something they don't want to take here as Parcher kicks it to the, oh, that's a good-looking shot. You can't ask for a better one, except for it doesn't hit the rim. That's the quality of shot you want to take if you're Tacoma. A wide-open three in the right corner. That's good look right there.
Great run back by Price, though. I mean, to draw a foul, he just went coast to coast in about 2 seconds.
And check out Price's shoes. Look at those things.
Wow.
Purple and neon. That's just, what a combo. Price is short on the first of two. As Murr goes to the bench, and Martin, who's also not on our on our roster. Price ends up making the corrections and sinks the second.
That's it, Dr. Livingston, I presume.
As Kingman brings the ball up the court, and again gets picked by Dixon. Gets that rebound. Gets blocked. Oh, he doesn't get blocked. There's too much contact there. They're going to call that foul on Price.
Well, with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half, it is 14 Blazers, 7 for the Titans.
Kingman missed the first of two as Collins checks in for Parcher. And Walker gets the quick board and a nice putback there.
Very nice. Very good way to come away with 2 points still.
And Murphy's got it now. Takes it into the paint. Probably going to kick it out considering Murphy doesn't have the height. Dixon has it in the left wing. Looks like they're getting something set up.
Yep. Dixon's got good handwork.
Dixon kicks it to Price. Price decides to do a nice little Texas hop, but can't quite convert to make that 2 points.
Tries to get that steal.
There's Dixon and Price mauling him again. Man,
yeah, great double team.
Oh, man.
Fast hands, just so fast.
And that's going to be on Dixon. And Gilson and Stanley check in. One for Dixon, the other for Rice.
Stanley is one of their best 3-point shooters, if I'm not mistaken, and Gilson is their leading scorer. So this could be interesting at this point.
Kingman brings it up, goes right to Kelly. Kelly goes to Collins. As Pranley gets that steal, kicks it up to Murphy, and Murphy gets, oh man, must have been the body because that was definitely clean on the ball.
Wow. Yeah, he took a big tumble though.
That was a good vertical from the Titans. As Murphy will head to the line for 2.
I'm getting a good look at number 24, the Titans. I think it is Hajis Safar.
Murphy makes his first one.
Hajis Safar.
As Clark checks in for, I believe that is Iman.
People at home said that with us. Has just Safar.
Hajis Safar, yes.
So we can struggle through this together. As Hajis Safar gets the board.
Yes, he does.
We have the Titans bringing up the ball. Centralia with some tight D, running a 2-3. Gilson gets the board. Murphy brings it up, finds Clark. So swinging the ball. Clark for a 3. Connects.
Took a minute to roll in, but it finally did get there.
Centralia with a full court press.
But Martin has come in. Martin Hajis Safar. He takes a jump and he misses. And that's Prangley will get the board. And he'll rush it back in about 2 seconds to Gilson. He goes underneath,
Gilson
back to Prangley.
The Murphy, back to Gilson.
Now, Austin Kingman has entered the game, and he is actually in the top 50 for the NWAC in three-point percentage, hitting 39.4% of those threes. So it was not a surprise to see him take that three on the left wing there, that last possession.
Clark
Expect to
has
see that
it.
a lot more.
Has to Murphy. Murphy inside the paint. Back out to Gilson. Gets fouled. We'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on 22. Hajisafar.
Hajisafar.
That's there. Thank you, JD.
Hajisafar.
Hajisafar.
Tacoma calls a timeout. What is the strategy you guys think that the Titans head coach is going over as they take this full timeout?
At 18 to 9, I assume he's going to give a little bit on defense, but I can't be entirely sure at this point. It's just too early in the game. I'm not sure what Centralia's new strategy would be either.
Well, one thing we do notice that the normal starting 5 that we've seen the last couple of games are currently in here right now. So that's been a change in comparison to Price and Clark and Iman and Ashmore all starting. Those are usually the 6th man off the bench. And now we're back to the usual starting 5 of Gilson, Prangley, Murphy, Stanley, and Dixon.
Yeah, I think they started alternates maybe just because they wanted to get a good look at the other side's offense, and I think they have now, and now they're ready to fire on all pistons, so to speak.
I also had a conversation with Connor Terry, the student assistant coach for Centralia, before the game started today, and he was telling me about Tacoma, and he said the scouting support was that this team can be dangerous, but they're streaky. And that is for the better and for the worse. So they can go on runs, scoring lots of points in a short amount of time, but then vice versa, they can go on long time droughts, or they don't score a single point.
Ah, I see. So when it's up, it's up. When it's down, it's down. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, Gilson makes his first one. There's the second one. Titans have the ball now.
Hajisafar.
Hajisafar in the paint. Clark has the ball, brings it up the court, finds Gilson. Gilson with a 3. It's good.
That'll bring us to 22 points for the Blazers, 9 points for the Titans.
Kelly has the ball, bringing it up for the Titans. Finds Martin. Centralia with a nice defense. Jumper is good.
That's exactly what you want to do if you're Tacoma right there. Get that long closeout from that bottom left defender in that zone, and then beat him on the drive. And that led to Walker having that ability to make that lay-in.
Yeah.
Murphy good with a floater. Martin has the ball for the Titans. Passes to Kelly. And Kingman comes back with a 3. As Murphy brings it up for the Blazers. Murphy drives, finds Gilson. Gilson shoots, can't quite get it. Prangley with the intersection. Goes to the hoop and makes it for 2. It's a nice layup, one-handed. Titans with the ball up top. Walker has it in the corner. Murphy has the ball back for Centralia. Finds Gilson. Gilson good with the layup.
One thing we haven't seen this yet is Stanley. Stanley has yet to shoot a 3, which is something we see commonplace considering his ability. And so I would expect Centralia to look for that here later on.
Definitely, but I think it will be later on because last game they just couldn't get it going.
Prangley gets fouled by Walker. Shooting foul. We'll go to the line for 2.
Marcus Gilson, number 24 for Centralia, he actually ranks, he's number 12 in all of the Northwestern Conference right now in points per game, coming in at 19.3. He's also number 10 in rebounds per game, notching 8.8 per contest. And he comes in the highest on his team in field goal percentage. So when he shoots, he's going to make it. He shoots 56% from the field.
Yeah, I saw Gilson. He missed one earlier just in this game, but that's the first one I've seen him miss, actually, in the few games we've done here. Although Prangley is good for 2. Now, they called that foul on 23, but I do not believe there was a 23 on the floor at the time. Or it must have been Walker. Must have been Walker. Okay. I stand corrected.
As Price checked in for Murphy during that last play.
We have a brief timeout to discuss things.
Centralia called timeout.
I imagine that Tacoma is going to go back to the strategy that a lot of high school teams use. That when you're down, shoot the 3. So I think they're going to find a way to get Kingman involved on the perimeter there, so he can try and knock down some shots. And then we're going to have Walker on the inside, who is in the top 30 for rebounds per game, notching 7.2 to get those offensive rebounds off of Kingman's long shots if he misses.
That's a very, very good strategy that they're probably going to go with. Also, I think they do have some taller guys on their team. They should be trying to take advantage of that when they get inside. Although Centralia does have the speed. All right, 6 minutes, 41 seconds left. This first half. Score is 30 for the Trailblazers, 14 for the visiting Titans.
Allen has the ball. Struggling to get to the other side. Gets there. Guarded tightly. Centralia with a 3-2 defense. As the Titans are trying to get the ball inside. Can't quite do it yet. Gets down to Walker inside. Walker goes. Good for 2. Price brings up the ball for Centralia. Goes to the left. Gilson to Clark. Back to Gilson. Inside. Price. Back to Gilson. Gilson trying to get something going. Misses a shot. Close range.
Now, that last possession, they had a play specifically designed to get Stanley a 3-point shot at the top of the key. So that's definitely what I'd expect to see more of coming out.
Yeah, if they can get that connection to work, that's absolutely going to be a strategy for them.
Gilson gets the rebound on that. To Clark. Clark bringing it up. Back to Gilson. Ringley drives. Gets fouled on the way there. We'll go to the line for 2.
23, all right. That'll be on Walker again.
It looks like that foul was actually called on the ground. So they're going to take that out from under the hoop before the shot.
Oh, okay.
As Dixon and Ashmore check in for Centralia.
And Prangley and Stanley go to the bench. Looked like there were some substitutions for Tacoma as well, but I definitely missed those.
Yeah, they have a very long list of possible substitutes.
Clark has the ball on the right wing, puts it up, gets a 3. As they get it into C. As Talon has the ball at the top. Guarded by Dixon. As they get to CA, he gets it left to Trapp. Trapp takes it in, decides to go all the way up, but Gilson is there for the block. There's quite a height difference between Trapp and Gilson, so I think that was to be expected. He has to be a little bit more crafty when he's going in there against Gilson.
Yeah, I agree. Gilson is a great defender, especially right under the basket like that.
That was definitely a miscommunication there as Talon throws the ball out of bounds. It looked like he was trying to get it to CA, but also at the same time get it to Kingman. So they both thought the other was going to get it, consequently landing out of bounds.
As the Titans starting to pressure a little more on the Blazers.
Ashmore has the ball. He goes right to Gilson. And Clark's getting a heat check. That answered his question. Maybe he's not quite on fire as he thought. Now Talon has the ball.
Down to 4.5 minutes in the half.
That was a very risky pass, trying to go all the way inside from the top of the key inside to Parcher. As a jump ball is called.
Centralia will take possession.
And Parker Lopez comes in the game for Talon.
As we see Parker Lopez waiting for Dixon halfway.
Dixon brings it to the right wing. As Price tries fighting to get the ball, gets it left wing to Gilson. Gilson looking inside, doesn't like it, gets it to the top of the key with Ashmore. Goes inside to Gilson. Gilson gathers that with an athletic catch, who then finishes. Fantastic job by Gilson.
35-16, Blazers lead now.
CA's got to watch out for Price. Price has got some quick hands, as well as Dixon.
Pretty much everybody on Centralia, I think.
Gives it to CA. CA gets it right to Kingman. Kingman beats Dixon off the dribble. Can't tell if he got poked out or was trying to go across Parcher. Oh, and Gilson going for a dunk. Decides he can't quite get the height.
Oh, it looked like his fingers touched the rim. He was so close.
Goes left to CA. CA gets into Kingman. Kingman puts up a jumper. Off the front of the rim. Trap saves it, ends up getting back to Price. Price launches across court to Ashmore. Ashmore gets the left wing to Gilson. Oh, my bad. That was Dixon. Gilson's currently under the hoop. As Price has the ball. Loses control a little bit, but gathers it. Dixon has the ball now. 15 seconds left on the shot clock as he puts it up. Hits that 17-foot J. CA gets it into Parker Lopez.
Under 3 minutes now. It's a 23-point lead for the Blazers.
And as they get it back to the right to Parker Lopez, Kingman back at the top. Kingman sings it all the way across. Back to Trap, back to CA. CA sinks the three.
Wow. That was a good pass formation.
Dixon slowing down a little bit here. They're definitely running a set play here as you see Ashmore get the ball. Comes back across, gets it to Dixon. Dixon gets Ashmore all by himself at the top as everybody went down to go with Gilson. And Kingman gets called for a travel.
Miscommunication there as more than one Titan was going for that rebound.
Price to throw the ball in.
And the coach trying to get everybody set, and there we go.
Clark gets all the way out, sets his feet, and the rebound by Gilson gets blocked. Goes to Kingman, who goes up to CA, who goes across. Oh, gets to Parker Lopez, and then gets to the CA, and now we have a block. Clean at the point of the ball, but not on the body.
That was still a great block by Ashmore. Great try to save that basket.
As CA will be the one to shoot 2 free throws. Arcing shot as it sinks. First of 2 for CA. Off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and eventually lands in there as Centralia gets it up the sideline quickly and does exactly how they practice it. That's exactly how you draw it up when you're in practice right there.
Wow.
Up the sideline as Gilson goes coast to coast. Man.
Great control the whole way, too. Never in doubt.
Parker Lopez with the ball at the top. Goes left to CA. CA goes all the way back to the right wing to Trap. Trap goes to the corner to Parker Lopez. Goes inside to Parcher. Parcher gets it back to Parker Lopez. A lot of action happening down there in the back and forth between Parcher and Parker Lopez.
Very nice help defense from Centralia. Make sure they don't get those easy 2 points.
Parker Lopez to throw it in. Goes inside the Trap as Trap goes with a high one off the glass. Draws the foul on Clark. That's his second. in practically as many seconds.
Yeah.
Prangley and Murphy to check in. And now also here comes Ivan. Not Ivan. Ivan the Terrible. As Trap sinks that one. Gilson goes to the bench, so does Ashmore. The score 41-22, a minute 31 left in the first half. Murphy at half court, ready to get that ball on a quick out. As you can see, they go up the sideline. There comes Murphy across the court. But this time, CA smells it. Gets over to that corner before Murphy can get that ball.
Looks like it'll be a throw-in for Dixon.
Dixon gets it to Iman. Iman gets it back to Dixon. Dixon takes it all the way across. He's going around the world there. And gets to Murphy, back to Dixon. Dixon looking inside, trying to get it to Donovan. Iman gets it back out to Dixon. Dixon takes a nice three in his stride, inside out. That's what you want to do. Kingman to Trap, back to Kingman as he takes it up the court against Dixon. Gets to the left corner with CA. CA back across to Kingman. Kingman drives. Ends up getting a late foul called on him.
Inside the final minute now, Blazers 44, Titans 23.
As Iman has an exchange with the coaches, realizing that that would have been a clean play, except for he went for the ball, bringing his arm down. That's an easy call for the official if you try and come down on the player. As Kingman sees the first of two. Kingman goes 2 for 2 at the line. Prangley gets to Dixon. Dixon trying to get up the court, but Parker Lopez sniffed it out. Looks like Dixon's going to throw it in for Centralia. Dixon gets it into Iman. Iman to Price. Some quick moves there by Price as Prangley has it at the top. Gets to the left wing with Dixon. Dixon trying to get his guys in place. Gets it across the court, all the way to the right wing. Back up to the top with Prangley. Prangley does a nice spin. No travel. Ends up getting a call as he comes down on top of Kingman.
Down to the final 30 seconds of the first half now.
That's the 7th team foul for Centralia, so Tacoma is going to go to the line shooting 1 in a bonus. And that happens when a team reaches 7 fouls. They get 1 free throw guaranteed, but if they make the first one, they get a second. Kingman, being on his free throws, probably going to hit this first one. There it is. And now they get the bonus.
Now Centralia, with the lead they already have with 30 seconds left on the clock, if they're smart, they'll run out that clock.
Yeah, absolutely. Still having a, 18-point lead at this point.
And you guys are right. Coach from Centralia is yelling at his guys, last shot, last shot. He wants to be the last one to get that one right there. As Iman gets blocked, gets it out to Price. Price back to Dixon. Dixon at the top, takes a shot a bit early for my taste, but he made it, so there's no regret there.
It's 6 seconds.
Points is points, so now it's a 21-point lead. Let's see what the Titans can do. Oh, and he kicks
Kingman
it.
off his own foot with 0.3 seconds left.
Oh, I think that'll do it for the first half.
And apparently that was out on Centralia, even though no shot there.
If the basket had been about 10 feet higher, it would have made it, I think. But, yeah.
That concludes the first half. Centralia College Trailblazers, 47 points. Tacoma Community College Titans, 26.
Wow. Well, the speed has definitely been a factor here, I think, for Centralia. Their fast hands, fast legs, they're just all over the court. Especially that last great combination pass they did right down for the three-pointer. That's really stepping it up. I think if they're able to continue putting the pressure on like that, they're going to maintain this lead well into the second half. As far as Tacoma goes, I'm not sure if rotating out their starters is going to help them much more or not at this point. They definitely need to be more aggressive on the rebounds, although they have been getting quite a few. They just aren't able to capitalize on them in the end. What did you see out there?
No, Tacoma has, as we see on the paper, 6 Tacoma natives. So before the game even started, I thought that they were going to have some sort of chemistry already developed because considering they're all freshmen, they obviously might have known each other in high school, and they might have even played together. Some of them might have been playing together in high school. So what that really makes me question is maybe I'm not sure if they spent time outside of the gym, or maybe the chemistry there could improve if they spent time outside of the gym, also inside of the gym.
Tacoma has played, including their starting 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players from the bench, which is an astronomical number. No player getting more than 15 minutes, but no less than 7. And Garrett Kingman, who's actually the leading scorer, currently has 6 points here in this first half. He's tied with Walker, who also has 6 points. So it's been a low-scoring half for Tacoma, as their points have spread across most of their players. In comparison to Centralia, Marcus Gilson coming off the bench with 12 points in that first half, closely followed by LeBrandon Price and Dante Dixon, each having 8.
Yeah, that's a good point. Centralia has only made 5 of their 8 free throw attempts, whereas Tacoma has made 7 of 10 of theirs. Rebounds are almost even. Offensive rebounds 4 apiece. Defensive rebounds 12 for Tacoma, 13 for Centralia, leading us to 16 to 17 on that one. Steals are 0 for Tacoma and 4 for Centralia, and I think that has definitely been a factor here, especially with those, like we talked about so many times, the quick hands of those guys out there on the court.
I'll tell you a number that jumps off the page to me as I'm looking at this. Turnovers for Tacoma, 12.
Yeah.
For Centralia, just 3.
Yeah, that's killing them. That's killing them. They've got to keep possession of the ball in the second half if they're gonna have a chance at coming back at this one.
So mathematically, you do the math like this. Say a turnover leads to 2 points, right? And you have 12 of them. That's 24 points you're giving up just from not taking care of the ball. And that's a difference in this game. 24 points, they'd be at 50 to 47.
Well,
or
yeah,
bringing back down the Blazers, subtracting 24 from them, they'd be at 23-26.
That's a very good point. Yeah, the lead is 21 points. So had they capitalized on just those steals alone and the loss of possession, yeah, we would be looking at a very even game right now.
So I think something that Tacoma's definitely going to have to work on in this next half is the fact that they have bringing in so many players. It's hard to get a rhythm, to get something going, to really, like Jose was talking about earlier, that chemistry. Everybody's switching out so frequently that either everybody's got to be really good pals with everybody, or nobody's being good pals, and everybody's just trying to get the shots up.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a problem with having too many people on the roster, because you just don't get enough chances to work together, and it's all about the practice, you know. That's what ends up making these guys successful.
All right, do you guys have anything else?
No, I think we're good. We'll see you guys here in about 8 minutes for the second half of the game, and we're out. check, check. Mike, Mike. See, look. It's not the check. Mike, Mike, check. Mike, check. There, that's better. Check, Mike, yeah.
Cool.
I think we're ready.
All right, welcome back to Michael Smith Gymnasium on Wheeler Court as we are continuing the second half of the Centralia College Trailblazers game to Tacoma Community College Titans. And JD, what do you have to say about that first half?
Well, it was pretty decent. Tacoma definitely needs to capitalize more on their shots because they're making a lot of them. I mean, field goal, they are 8 out of 26. I mean, that's a number they're going to have to bring up because that's just not going to work for winning this game, especially when Centralia is 18 out of 34. So not only have they made a lot more shots, but they're made a lot more attempts as well. So we're going to need to see Tacoma just taking some more chances and sinking it. If they can't get the 3, they need to get the 2, or vice versa. But they got to get some sort of rhythm going on. I know they have a lot of players, and that's been a problem possibly for them. But they definitely need to find their system and get scoring because at a 21-point lead, this has not been a good first half for them.
Yeah, they can try to shoot it through the 2s and the 3s, but they could also try to attack the glass more and draw more fouls. As in the first half, the Titans went 7 for 10 in free throws, and Centralia went 5 for 8.
Indeed. And I had a conversation with Connor Terry, the student assistant coach, before the game started. And he, again, like I noticed earlier, this team can be streaky, which is for good and for bad. So maybe this first half was just a bad streak for them, and they can definitely have the potential to come back and really turn this game around. It's in their ability to do so. They have the players to do it. It's just finding out which players are going to step up and do it. And for Centralia, they got to stay with some solid defense. They got to stay fresh with all the substitutions coming in and out for Tacoma. Centralia really needs to keep themselves in the game. Not really zone out and just relax with a 21-point lead. They have to stay involved
Starting
and
the
invested.
second half, Tacoma will have possession.
All right. And it looks like Parker Lopez has the ball.
Centralia already going with a half-court press.
Dixon gets it to Clark. Clark back to Ashmore at the top. Ashmore usually pretty solid from the three-point line, so.
Dixon asking for the pick. Gets it. Attacks the glass.
Hyman is so tall. It is ridiculous. He had almost his elbow up there. That was crazy.
Yeah, I'd like to see him dunk before this one's over.
That was a good hit by Kingman.
You think we'll see any dunks in this second half?
I mean, for the sake of exciting basketball, I hope so.
Yeah, exactly.
By either team. A dunk's a dunk. That was a risky pass by Price, and it ends up not quite costing them much as Ashmore gets that ball back. Now Dixon has it in the right wing. Looks to get a pick from Hyman. Gets it, decides to put it up, and sinks it.
Dixon's on fire this evening.
That puts Dixon at 11 points for the game. As CA has the ball, looks inside to Walker, goes back to Parker Lopez, goes all the way to the right wing. As Kingman dribbles the corner, Walker on the short corner, gets it back to Trapp, back to Walker in the short corner again, puts it up, and Ashmore out-rebounds Kingman as he gets the ball up to the right to Dixon, as Dixon pushes it up the court quickly and goes all the way in as he blows right past Parker Lopez as Hyman tips that back in.
It's good to have a tall guy on your team hanging out right under the basket, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. As Walker gets the ball at the center of the court, gets it back to Parker Lopez. And Kingman gets it in the right wing. Goes inside to Walker. Parker Lopez calls for a pick, gets it to Kingman. Kingman is long on the shot as Trapp gets that ball. He out-muscles Ashmore for that one.
Yeah, he stole it right out of his hands. Very good play.
Dixon brings the ball up. Goes to the right. Gets the pick from Hyman. Hyman wide open under the basket. Too late from Dixon, though. He needed to see that about a half second sooner for Hyman, and Hyman could have slammed that one away.
That's a hard pass to get through when you have people in the paint with your teammate.
And Price is going to throw the ball in for Centralia. Gets it to Clark. And now he gets a double screen, but they don't actually pick up traps, so it doesn't really make an effect. As Price does a fantastic right-handed lay-in through traffic. Parker Lopez has the ball. Goes inside the trap. Trap back to Kingman. Kingman loses the ball. Clark picks it up. Goes to Dante. Dante, oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is some high-flying basketball right there.
What a great move by Dixon to capitalize on that at the end.
Kingman has the ball. You can definitely notice a difference in his style of play from the first half to the second half when guarded by Dixon. Walker gets that board, ends up drawing that foul after Parker Lopez gets the first board and then saves it from going out of bounds.
Number 2, that's going to be on Dixon. And our score, we have a 26-point lead for the Blazers at 56.
He misses the first of 2.
Titans still at 30.
16:55 left in this half.
It was almost interference from the coach.
I'm not sure if they called that as interference or not. Well, Centralia gets it back, so I guess not. As Iman gets the ball. As Dixon gets it on the left wing. Takes it center, goes back, gets it to Price. Price trying to beat Trap, ends up not doing it. As Clark tried to beat CA, and then Price gets it back out near the half-court line. And Price shoots it with 8 seconds left on the shot clock, and he hits it.
That was a flawless shot. Perfect.
That step back puts this crowd on fire.
CA has the ball at the top. Goes right to Parker Lopez, who finds Walker underneath, but couldn't quite get it there as Walker gets the ball back, gets it to Kingman, ends up getting blocked, but ends up getting called.
Wow. Close.
That's going to be called on 34, Ashmore.
Gilson and Prangley getting ready to check in for the Blazers.
Nice arcing free throw, but too bad it was short and to the left. Iman and Ashmore go to the bench.
Not sure what they're signaling over here.
Prangley is listed on the roster as 6'3", but he looks more to be about 6 foot, but he plays as if he's 6'7".
Yeah, he's got quite a margin there.
They get it into Gilson on a nice little garbage pass. Gilson kicks it back out to Clark, who sets his feet and hits the 3. Excellent in and out by Centralia.
Oh.
Parker Lopez has the ball at the top. Goes back to Parker Lopez again at the top again. Finds inside, fights CA. CA can't quite get it as Parker Lopez takes a nice uncontested jumper from 15 feet out. Dixon has the ball. Brings it up across half court. Goes back to the top to Clark. Goes to the left wing to Gilson. Gilson looking inside. Goes back to the top to Prangley. Prangley driving in. Losing control of the ball. Gets it out to Clark. Now getting a little bit mugged. As Clark has it at the top.
Good way to
5 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, amazing pass inside to Dixon. Holy cow.
Has a chance to convert a three-point play as he goes to the line to shoot one more.
Oh my goodness, that was threading the needle right there. That had to be super precise. It wasn't even a fast pass. It floated in there to Dixon.
Yeah, ever since the second half of the last half, Dixon's just come alive. He's been on fire.
Dixon to shoot his one and only. High free throw. Ends up rolling off the front of the rim and then to the back. Eventually rolling out. As Parker Lopez has the ball on the right wing. Calls for a screen. Gets it inside to Kingman. Kingman converts.
As Ashmore gets ready to check in for the Blazers.
Dixon has the ball, goes left to Clark, swings it all the way around to the left wing, back up to Pringley at the top, swings again. Those are the kind of plays you want right there. You want to go back and forth along the perimeter as Gilson brings it inside. Can't quite finish as Pringley gets a hold of it, but ends up being out of bounds.
Good try.
Ashmore checks in for
Pringley goes out.
Yeah, he took a rough tumble there at the end.
Indeed he did. Yes, we have a wet spot on the group.
And no sham wow guy.
No sham wow guys. Man, I miss those guys now.
I know. It's hard to work in these conditions, you just got to say.
As we have the Titans bringing the ball up. CA has the ball. Trying to get something going here. Price with the steal to Dixon. Dixon to Gilmore. Gilson, I'm sorry.
That's the closest we've seen to a dunk all night. That almost had it.
They both knew the whole time that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to see if they could get Gilson in the air, high flying.
That was Gilson's second attempt of the night for a dunk.
You can see it on Clark's face, too. He wanted that. He wanted Gilson to get that dunk. He's still smiling.
Yeah, that's why he threw it straight backwards. He knew who was on his tail.
I think we all wanted that, guys.
Yeah. Except for the guys on the Tacoma bench, I think.
Oh, yes.
We have a brief pause, and here comes Gilson up to the line.
Makes his first shot.
He's a very, very prolific shooter from the free throw line.
That makes the score 64, Centralia, 36, Tacoma.
It's a 28-point difference now, and we'll make it 29.
Goes 2 for 2 that time. As Parker Lopez brings the ball up for the Titans. Finds Kingman, back to Parker Lopez. To Kingman back. Kingman loses control of the ball. And the ball goes out. Last touch by Kingman.
That was a good job by Dixon getting on the ground there, forcing, I missed who it was, maybe it was CA on the ground there to push him out of bounds, essentially getting Centralia back the ball. As they use another towel because of our missing Shamwell men.
Yeah.
And those are what we like to call effort points. Sometimes we wish that they existed in the game. Those are some of the stats that aren't recorded. Price to Dixon. Dixon brings up the ball. Drives to the basket. Connects.
Good one for Ashmore.
Centralia has switched up their defense. They were in a 2-3 zone earlier, and now they're playing like a hybrid man-to-man, switching around. It's like a 1-3-1 zone.
Price grabs the board. Finds Ashmore. Back to Price, to Clark for 3. Gets the rebound. Dixon finds it. Finds Gilson. Gilson for 2.
And 13 minutes and 17 seconds left in the second half. It is a 69 Blazers, 36 for the Titans. That makes it a 33-point lead, which is the largest we've had this evening.
And Centralia calls a full timeout. Now I believe that this timeout called by Centralia would be more giving his teammates or his team players a break. And the Titans may have some strategizing to do, or at least try to get back in this. There's with still 13 minutes to go. There's still anything's possible.
They certainly could come back with a good couple runs.
I can't get the lack of the Shamwell boys off my mind. Man, who knew they would be they're so essential, and then you don't know what you have till it's gone.
Well said, Zach, well said.
Coming out of the timeout, we have Prangley and Murphy checking in for the Blazers. as the Titans will take the ball out.
Looks like it'll be Murr.
So the Titans have the ball, swinging around, trying to get a good look.
Collins goes in, puts it up, almost. Oh, and on the tip.
Nice putback.
And here comes Dixon across half court.
Calling a play. Finds Hyman.
Oh, he missed Gilson there.
Hyman attacks. Gets to the D. Gets the bucket with a D all over him. We'll have a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, and Ashmore is coming up to the line. Well, misses the rebound over to Murr. That's Tatlin. Now to Murr. He's going to try to work his way inside. Over to the big guy, and oh! Gilson takes it.
Something we can see is that Centralia on the D hasn't been letting up if there's no pressuring this late in the game with 12 minutes and 5 seconds left to go.
That was not a smooth shot.
No, it was not. Now we're over to Murphy, who's on the charge. Back to Gilson. He'll go in for two instead, and he'll get it. Making our score 73-38. This one is starting to blow wide open, guys.
Always got to keep in mind, though, as Connor said before the game, it's a streaky team, so this can change.
Well, we need a streak right now for Tacoma to stay in it.
Dixon gets that rebound. Finds Murphy. Murphy with the three.
Ooh, so close. Collins back to Talon. Back to Hajizafar. And Collins with a three. Well, that'll help. Cut the lead to 32 points, but they're going to need a lot more of that. Dixon crossing half court now. Bringing it in on the right. Back to Murphy. Back
to Gilson.
Back to Ashmore. Back to Murphy. Back to Gilson on the inside. He's looking to go up, but can't quite get it. Has
Kicks
to
it
go to
back out.
And Murphy rolls inside.
With the right spin.
Oh.
Gets that rebound. A foul called on Gio Walker.
Brandon Price checking in, Nathan Hoff checking in, and Donovan Iman checking in as Gilson, Ashmore, and Dixon all go to the bench.
So Centralia going with the almost entirely new group now.
And Parksher checks in for Tacoma as Walker goes to take a seat.
Walker picks up his third.
Hoff is in there, one of the fastest guys on the team. Moves to Ashmore on the inside. Oh, and he loses it. Oh, and yep, the Titans are going to come away. Oh, and it goes, Collins just can't hold on to it as it goes outside. And it'll be Price who brings it in to Murphy. Murphy crossing half court, trying to get his guys in order. There it is to Prangley, right at the top of the key. He's going to hold on to it, give it back to Murphy, who's looking like he's looking for a three. Instead, he jumps underneath, and he'll take two.
Got that reverse lay in him.
All right, there's Talon coming in, past half court. Pressured by Murphy. Goes over to Collins. And no dice. Ashmore knocks it out of his hand. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Eidman.
Eidman with the block.
Oh. It looks like Murphy drew a foul.
With the charging foul. Titans will take the ball.
And looks like Parcher will throw it in.
Centralia's back sitting in the 1-3-1 defense.
And Murphy will charge, and Talon won't even get it to half court yet. There he goes. Wow, that's the height of Eidman, man. Oh, and Prangley fumbles for it. And the Centralia bench likes what they see on that.
As Murphy will inbound it for the Blazers.
Looks like he's going to throw into Hoff, who has a lot of speed between these two guys. Talen's going to try him, but I don't know if he's going to be quick enough. Hoff will run it in. Inside. Back to Price. Back to Prangley. Back to Hoff, who is just fired up. Wow. It's back out to Prangley, who makes it work.
There's Prangley's field goal percentage in there. Like I was talking about earlier, man, he is just, when he shoots, it goes in.
Yeah.
Even if it looks weird.
Yeah.
Stanley getting ready to check back in for the Blazers.
Murr to Talon, Talon to Murr. He'll go for three, and he'll nail it. All right.
Surprised that Stanley hasn't really been in there to shoot much today.
Yeah, that's true.
In the first half, he actually notched 0 attempted shots. So
back to Price. Price to Prangley. Prangley's going to charge. No foul called. And the ball will go out of bounds.
I had a conversation with Coach Jonathan for Centralia, and it was about Peyton Stanley actually, and how in the first game they had at home here, he shot 10 in the first half and then only shot 1 in the second. And I asked him, why did that happen? And he told me he didn't need to shoot. We were winning. And so that might be something here that we see come into play is Stanley might not take any shots because there's no need for him to take those shots.
Well, that's true. That's a good point.
As he checks in for Murphy.
With a 30-point lead and under 8 minutes left, yeah, there's no need to push it, I guess. And here's Hoff, who is deadly fast. Back to Prangley on the outside. Back to Hoff in the corner. To Eidman on the inside, and he's going to take his own too, and he'll get it. That's the tall guy getting it done.
Nice big man move to get himself open.
Now Talon. Collins. And Departure back to Collins. He wants three. He's not going to get it, and the tall man is going to, wow. Wrestle off 3 guys wearing black shirts to keep a hold of that ball.
That foul's going to be called on Murr.
Zineman will go to the line, I believe. No. Centralia will get possession.
So it could be Hoff and Price. And they will cross half court.
Stanley with a shot. Good for 3.
There it is.
There it is. We just got done talking about it. And is Talon again doing most of the ball handling for Tacoma. Oh, that was so close.
And for the Titans, Martin getting ready to check in.
Whoa, ran into a brick wall there. 6'8", Eidman. Back to Hoff. Cross, go over to Price, who's at the top of the key, almost gets headbutted by Murr. Back to Hoff. Just barely past half court, but he is quick, and now he's over in the right corner. And, ooh, I mean, it gets tipped there. And back to Murr, Talon. And back to Parcher. Key, there's Talon going for the paint. He's got it, and he misses. Rebound will be to Prangley, and he charges right back across half court. Oh, and an errant pass. That will be picked up in the locker room, it looks like. Yeah, that one went down the hallway.
Martin checks in for Tacoma, as well as Abraham, as Collins comes to the bench. And it looks like Kingman's also going to the bench.
5 minutes 53 left on the clock. Blazers 82. Titans 47, 3 fouls for the Blazers, 6 for the Titans. And Talon again. Handling most of the ball here. Oh. One, there's Parcher. Oh, well, can't quite get it in. Prangley manages to almost get it, but it gets kicked. Martin now. Over to Talon. Back to Parcher. Back to Parcher again, and he'll get one. Right at the top of the key.
That basket was due to great ball movement by Tacoma, moving between the inside and the outside and eventually going all the way down back to the high post. That was excellent movement.
Good description. Oh, here's the guy again. And imagine
Stanley good for 3.
Oh, here he is again.
Peyton Stanley. And we have a brief timeout with a score of 85 to 49. You know, I don't want to get too overzealous about this, but what was it? Just 2 games ago, we hit that century mark. And with 5 minutes left and a score of 85, the way they're dominating this game so far, it's not out of question that it could happen again. Would be something.
It would. And actually, I was looking at the past scores of Centralia's games, and they've been flirting with 95, 92 points per game in their last 5 or 6 contests, except for last week where they notched only 60, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's definitely plausible. They have the ability to do it.
They certainly do, and they have been on a straight run here today, almost doubling their opponent's points.
Centralia is still strategizing a little, as we have the Titans already in the court.
Abraham actually hasn't been in the game yet, and so that'll be interesting to see how this gentleman progresses. He's a freshman, 6'6", freshman from Budapest.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's in Hungary, for those that don't know. It was the last game we had a gentleman from Australia, didn't we?
Yeah.
There's Talon to Martin. Oh, getting challenged by Stanley.
Again,
oh, wow.
trapped. You got
Hoff,
that trap.
wow. He knocks Hoff down, and he gets a travel.
Speaking from gentlemen from Australia, it looks like on their roster they have a gentleman who's a point guard from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, you are correct.
We just haven't seen him in the game today.
Yeah. Well, how about that? It's like the United Nations. Wow. Prangley, such a light touch on that one. Oh, and here's Talon to come across half court. Hoff is quick on defense. He's going to give him something. Stanley now going to defend against Murr, who's going to put it up, and that's a nice shot.
That was well played by Murr. High skill shot right there.
And he comes right back to challenge Hoff on the defense now. Hoff gets it to Ashmore. He's back in. There's Price. He's back in. And it'll be Hoff from the corner. Doesn't quite get in, though. And Talon will get the board. And bring it back over to Murr across half court, who's going to take that shot. Been working for him, but not this time. Ashmore back to Hoff, who will race it back the other way. Nobody really got. Oh, wow, good block by Talon on that one.
Great feat by Hoff, but couldn't quite get the finish.
Quick pass to Martin. Oh, and now Price with the ball. He's going to charge it coast to coast back to Prangley, who is great inside that zone. And another 2 points.
Telling you, man, Prangley plays like he's 6'7".
He really does. Yeah, it's astonishing how he plays airborne so well. Ooh, Murr almost had that one intercepted. Martin, and not quite. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Martin. There's Martin. Three minutes remaining now.
Tacoma is definitely going to try and get their man from Budapest some shots, Abraham.
Is he in the game then?
Yes, he is. He's currently guarding Ashmore.
Ah, there he is. Oh, yes, the heavily tatted individual. Definitely.
That'd be him.
Okay, gotcha.
We have Michael Brown checking in for.
Undoubtedly, the Blazers are going to try to get him some shots, too.
I believe last Wednesday he came in the game and hit 2 threes.
Yeah, right near the end. Yep. They kept giving him chances too. They really wanted him to plug one.
Michael Brown comes in for Hoff. Checking in for the first time in this game. Tries to get his first shot after the game.
There was no hesitation there by Brown. He knew he was shooting that ball.
He knew what he was there to do, and the entire Centralia bench was on its feet. Here's Parcher. Looking for Martin. He gets him on the inside. Back to Parcher. In the shallow corner. There's Martin. Back to Talon. Working it inside out. And
There's Abraham. Oh, man.
We wanted that one. All right, and that was
Stanley with another three.
Wow.
3 for 3 for Stanley today.
And there's our number 33, the three-point king. Just adding more to his stats as Talon brings it across half court. Back to Parcher. Back to Abraham.
Oh, come on, Abraham, shoot that.
Oh, and there's to Talon, and he misses, but Abraham's got it. Oh, stolen.
Stolen and then restolen.
And almost bowled. Now Martin's got it.
The deep three.
Shot is up, and it's no good.
Price with the rebound.
Minute 38 left. I don't think Centralia's worried about hitting that century mark. They look like they're trying to milk the clock at this point.
Brown has the ball.
There's Brown working it inside. Back to the corner after Ashmore. Oh, there's Stanley on the other corner, and Price will take his.
Pushes the lead.
95 to 54. We almost have a 41-point lead at this point. Wow. 1 minute, 13 seconds left in the second half. Maybe they will try and hit that century mark. It appears the refs are giving us some instructions to the players here.
That timeout was specifically for subbing.
Oh, okay. Oh, and Talon will take it across half court. Back to Martin. Back to Murr on the corner, who charges in, and he almost has two. Prangley with the rebound. He's going to charge it back, and he's going all the way. He wants the points, but he won't get it.
Under a minute remains in this game.
Martin over to Parcher. Puts it up. Nope. And now we have
The Titans.
another foul.
Unfortunately, I think we do have to address the question of 95 to 54. Should your team still be shooting threes?
Which team? The one with 95 or
the one with 95? The one with 95. Is it sportsmanlike to be shooting threes when you have almost double the points as the other team?
Sportsmanlike, maybe not entirely, but I think it does help the players get their stats up, which is, you know, it looks good for them in the future.
So our final answer is competitively. Yes.
Competitively shoot. Just shoot, yeah. Wow.
Sportsmanlike, maybe not.
Maybe not. But with 30 seconds and the shot clock at 15, I don't expect any more. Whoa. That call went on Murr. And now we're going to go to the free throw line with Hoff.
With that foul, the shot clock is now a non-factor, considering there's only 25 seconds left in the game.
Yep.
And Abraham has not taken a shot yet, and I am thoroughly disappointed.
I can hear it in your voice, Zach. I can tell.
I want him to shoot.
And after this free throw, what do you think
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
the Titans' strategy is? Are they going to run out the clock, or?
No. You want to shoot, man. You never roll over.
They got to do something. Yeah, you got to go out with
Look, Abraham's not even guarded under the basket.
Oh, wow. And Prangley will steal it. Now he's just going to wind down the clock. He has no interest in exhausting himself further. 97 to 55 will be our final. What a game, guys.
And Centralia will have their next game on Wednesday, January 23rd at Green River at 8 p.m. And Tacoma Community College will have their next game also on January 23rd at 8 p.m. versus Grays Harbor.
And for those who stuck around from the women's game to the men's game, the women will also travel to Green River next week for Centralia College to play there, but they'll play at 6. And for Tacoma Community College, those ladies will travel to Grace Harbor and play at 6 as well.
Home.
Oh, never mind. They play at home. I'm sorry. They play the Grace Harbor at home. All right, 97-55.
Wow.
Dang, man. So Peyton Stanley came off the bench, hit 3 threes, 3 for 3. That's the best shooting performance percentage-wise, considering you can't really beat 100, that we've seen from him all season.
Yeah.
So that's a encouraging number to see. And Tacoma's gonna. They have some things to work out, but like the women's team, Tacoma has potential. They really can. They have the talent. They just have to find a way to isolate where players can be used.
And they have, they have a big team. 16 guys at least on their roster. That's just the ones we have the names of. And also a lot of freshmen. So they've got plenty of room for development. This isn't going to be the end for them. They're gonna definitely come back from this, I think.
For Centralia, you had Dixon leading the score with 15 points, followed by, actually we have Gilson with 18 points, followed by Dixon with 15 points. Also Prangley with 12 points.
And it looks like the coaches for Tacoma must have been listening to us, because we were talking about they need more shots. They need to get more shots. And in that second half, they brought their shot count up to 57. Which came close to Centralia's 65. So they increased their volume of shots, and I think that definitely helped get to the score where they are right now.
Yeah, that was clearly because of us. They definitely
obviously.
us.
I mean,
yeah.
Everybody listens to us, I thought.
Exactly.
Rebounding war was pretty equal, with Tacoma finishing with 31 and Centralia finishing with 33 overall. Then the turnovers, again, remain to be a major factor. Tacoma with 21 turnovers. That's insanely high.
That is insane. That's unacceptable. They're going to have to work on that. Steals, it was just 1 for Tacoma and 7 for Centralia, which is obviously a major factor as they're able to continue to just take the ball. Those quick hands that those guys have just are able to dominate the ball possession.
Although a bright side for Tacoma, they did win the offensive rebounding award, notching 10, while Centralia only got 8, and I think that definitely gave them some boost in some morale during the game.
Absolutely. They were constantly regaining the ball. If they had just been able to make the points with it, that would have really, really put them a whole lot closer in this game. Like you said, the rebounds were there. They just weren't able to capitalize, to finish off on them, even for 2-pointers. And I know that's got to be frustrating for them. When you go to the field goals, you've got 10 of 16 for Tacoma, 9 of 14 for Centralia, so we're pretty even matched there. 3 points, however, 3-point shots, you've got 7 of 18 for Tacoma and 12 of 22 for Centralia. So you can see where that score difference was so large. A lot of it came from those 3-point shots. Well, what else, Zach? What else can we add?
Not anything that's going to be a major factor, but by the end, Tacoma did end up playing even more players than the original 12 they had. I think they played almost every single person they had on their bench. Possibly. I didn't quite keep count of that.
Well, that's good. I mean, at this level, it's good that everybody gets a chance on the court also. That's definitely important here.
Yeah, indeed. And so, with nothing further to add, do you guys have anything?
Jose?
We just wish Tacoma best of luck for the rest of the season as follows. And for them to keep working hard, because we definitely saw some hard work tonight from both the women and the men.
Agreed, definitely. All right, well, this is JD with Zach and Jose. We are signing off, and we will see you guys at the next home game. Thanks for listening.